Hey guys and welcome, and today we have a very special deck list that the Witch Doctor came up with. Really fun, and he'll talk about it as we go through this. As always, you know I have a lot of bulk to give away, so we are doing a giveaway. The name of this deck is 9Lives, and the Witch Doctor will talk about that. So hashtag 9Lives if you do want to get the pricing for this. Besides the cards that are laid out here, I guess the more clutch cards that are going to be in this giveaway is this box topper, Pokemon X Antibody still sealed. And we are playing, but we are also doing 2 Tai and Karis. And then of course, probably one of the boss monsters focused on this deck is this Magnadramon X Antibody. I always call it Magnadramon for some reason. There you have it, guys, and now let's get into this deck list. Alright, so now let's get into this deck list, and today we have the infamous Witch Doctor here. How you
doing? What's going on?
So go ahead and you came up with this deck.
Yeah, so originally I came up with the deck trying to make an Angelomon X Antibody deck, but then I actually gave Magnadramon X Antibody a glance and I saw this card has potential. At the end of the video, I'll talk about the combos and the matchup that the deck has, and yeah. So starting off, we are running 5 Digi-Eggs. I have 3 Fremons. So while you have 3 or more security, the Digimon gains 1000 DP. It actually comes in handy quite a bit. I'm even thinking of changing this up to 4, but not too sure just yet. And then the other 2 are the Pokemon X Antibody, where cards added to your security stack minus 1000 DP. This is a DP reduction deck, so but more with the inherits than actual cards themselves. It was like options, so yeah, those are the GX right here. I am running, I believe, 13 rookies, not 100%. A lot of one-ofs in this deck as well, so I'll start off with the multiples. I am running 3 Patamons, of course, if you're running a DP reduction deck. Weirdly enough, it doesn't come up too often because with the way the meta works and stuff like that, at the moment, you're not really having that big of a board where your opponent's letting you play like a lot of Digimon, so having 2 of them out at the same time doesn't really happen as often. So the real star rookie right here is the BT9 Salamon. Basically, just when attacking, minus 1000 DP to your opponent. This comes in handy quite often. It's just an amazing card. I think of all the rookies, I want to see this one the most. If I see Patamon, cool, but you gotta think with this deck because you don't have that many ways to reduce DP. In a way you do, and in a way you don't, but you'll see what I mean later. Then I am running 2 of the EX1 Salamon, so basically once per turn if you have 3 or more security, draw 1 when attacking, so it's just to help with some of the draw power of the deck. Nothing too special about this one. 2 clutch cards, 2 Bushi Agumons. Later on you'll see that we can play this card very easily. I tend to draw them quite often, that's why I used to have 4 in the deck and I brought it down to just 2 because I would see these quite often. So typically you'd want to save these in your hand, but we'll talk about that later. And the last 3 rookies are 1 Salamon for on deletion recover if you have 3 or fewer security. It comes in handy every now and then, but not that often. 1 Starmons because obviously we're reducing DP, very great card for that. And then 1 Cutemon. So Cutemon, obviously, just to help against the meta. So that is the rookies. Now on to the champions. I believe it's a 10 count for the champions. We are playing 3 BT9 Galomon as well. Again, same inherit. When attacking, minus 1000 DP. Next.
And for that, it's not once per turn, right?
Yeah, this one isn't once per turn. As to this one here, the EX1 Galomon, this one is once per turn, but it's 2000 DP, but you also have to have the requirement of having 3 or more security, which early game, this card's insane. So we have that Galomon. We're gonna have a lot of Galomons in this. Next is the starter deck, Galomon with the Mastimon, starter deck 10, sorry. Basically, this is our searcher, and also since the only ultimates we're running are Angelomons, so spoiler alert, this helps a lot since it can reduce the cost by 2 basically. And you only have to do all for 1, so there is no Jogris in this deck, but this comes in handy quite a bit in case, especially if you're stuck. And you could get lucky where you search, you play this one, end up getting this Galomon and another one, then I believe you grab, you can grab both, a yellow and a purple, so you can potentially grab this, but it does come in handy quite a bit, especially if you're getting memory choked, so helps with the plays. 2 Patamon X antibodies, very good card. This one isn't a once per turn, so if you have 3 or more security, minus 2000 DP, one of your opponent's Digimon when attacking. I like the card and I don't like it for the reason that the next champion that I'm running, you can't actually Digivolve on top of this one for free, but it is Nefertimon. Honestly, if I could up the amount of Nefertimons in this deck, I would, but it's very tight on space. Armor Purge is amazing, and just standard when attacking minus 2000 DP. This card is insane for the deck. I wasn't expecting it to be as good, but definitely probably one of the best cards you want to see early on. And that is it for my champions. So, Ultimates, I am running only 8. Alright, I am running 4 EX1 Angelomons. This is the Angelomon you want to see the most out of all the ones you have. Her when attacking ability is really good. If you have 3 or more security, minus 3000 DP to one of your opponent's Digimon and their security Digimon, which is it's just really good. Especially since you only got 7000 DP. I mean, with the Fremon, you'll go up to 8, but at the same time, you'll see why you kind of want to swing with this one and hope you live. But this is definitely the Angelomon you want to see. The Inherit does come up every now and then. It says when you add a card to your security stack, minus 2000 DP to one of your opponent's Digimon. So, except for that Angelomon. Then 2 of the BT9 Angelomons. Great for stalling out your opponent because sometimes you're still looking for your pieces, and with a lot of these decks, they're checking for just multiple security. So, my security attack 2, which is really good. And then obviously the Inherit for this one is amazing when you get down to your security, which you can do on your own. If you have 3 or fewer, obviously you can play a level 3 Digimon from your hand without paying its memory cost. I love to just spam the Bushi, and that's usually how I win games, just with Bushi because of this card. Then the last 2 Ultimates are Angelomon X Antibody. Very good card because not only does it minus security attack as well, so basically if you were to go into this one, you can minus 2 off of one Digimon. Then go into this one for free, for 0, and another minus. But if you have Angelomon or X Antibody underneath, you get to recover a security. So, very good card. Yeah, that's it for my Ultimates. Let's talk about the main cards in the deck. I run 6 level 6. So, first off, I run 2 Magnadramon from EX1. This is usually the one that I want to see the most because its effect's insane. So, typically what I would have done before, like I said, if I can swing with this, I will, and if it survives, when Digivolving, you may trash the top card of your security stack to unsuspend this one, so I can essentially check again by unsuspending this one. Then, once per turn, if you have 3 or fewer security, you get to recover 1, so again, if you're on top of this one, procs that, adding to the security effect, which, like I said, very good one to come across. Then, I run 1 of the Magnadramons from BT2. If it looks a little weird, it's actually a proxy because I have the other one coming in the mail. Very clutch card for matches where you are in a tight spot, since you do have the option to just hard play it to recover 2 security. Also, it just has a really good effect of when attacking, you can play a level 3 Digimon card without paying its memory cost from your hand. So again, the Bushiagamons, when you draw them, typically I do not like to play them or Digivolve into them in the raising if I have to pass turn or just drop a Gatomon, since the Gatomons usually cost 4. I'd rather save the Bushis in my hand specifically for this card or the Angelomon. So, really good card. Now, the main star of the deck is 3 Magnadramon X Antibody. Really an insane card. Basically, what I like to do with this one, it says, when Digivolving, if you have Magnadramon or X Antibody in its Digivolution cards, all your opponent's Digimon and Security Digimon get minus 1000 DP for each card in your security stack. It's really good, because usually I would get the Angelomon X Antibody, I'll be able to recover. I'll have 6 security at that point, so I'm minusing 6k off of everything and swinging into security with no fear, because Alphamon or Impuredramon Poundamon are 16k, you're essentially minusing 6000 from them, so it's you never got to be scared, unless you're running into an option card, then that's a whole different case. But the other effect, at the end of attack, once per turn, you may add the top card of your security stack to your hand to unsuspend it. Now, that's where this card is insane, because I said I was going to talk about the combos at the end, but I can do it right now really quick. Like I said, if you had that Angelomon, swung with that, you already checked the security, digivolve into this one, unsuspend it, swing with this one again, then it only costs 1 to digivolve on top of this one. So you can go into this one. If you have X antibody underneath it, then you can just swing with this. Costs 1, and then unsuspend it again. So you're checking about 3 security with just 1 swing, which is crazy. My changes at the moment, if I was to change something, I would actually probably up the count of this Magnadramon to 2, and probably take out 1 of the X antibodies. So I think this might be a little better, because there are times where I do just draw almost all of these, and it's rather annoying. So might be better off running a 2-2 of the whole lines. But that is the Megas. Next are the Tamers. So we run 5 Tamers in this deck. Probably the best one is TK. Again, another form of searching for looking through your security, seeing what you have in there, getting some information on what's not in your deck, what you can add to help you out, find pieces that you're missing, and obviously it's a memory set tamer. But again, the recovery effect also triggers for the Totemon X antibody and the Angelomon. So essentially that's 3000 DP from just playing this TK reduction. So again, TK is an amazing card. I don't think I tried Kari. She's okay, but I think TK is what really helps, since I'm not running a yellow memory boost to look for pieces. So TK is definitely the better one. I run 2 TK and Kari because there are a lot of situations where you put yourself with fewer security before you do to your opponent. So getting the extra memory helps a lot. Also, when you swing, minus 1000 DP when you suspend it. So again, you know, more DP reduction, which is great. Then the last tamer is a tie-in Kari. Like I said, you get your security down just as much before your opponent does, or typically you would probably, from the combo I said earlier, you would get yourself to 3 security. And with the swings you're doing, if you're able to do the full swings, you're swinging at 3 security, so your opponent's down to 2. So you'll gain 2 memory from this card alone. But mainly it was for the effect of suspending this card to minus 2k on your opponent's security Digimon, because like I said, you want that Angelomon to survive. That is it for the Tamers. Now on to the last cards of the deck, which are the option cards. So like I said, you want the Angelomon to survive, so we do play 2 Ultra Turbulence. Spidey was actually the one that told me about this card, because I still don't know about all the cards in Digimon to do proper deck building, but help me out with this one, because it says when your opponent's Digimon and all your opponent's security Digimon get minus 3000 DP. So not only the DP reduction on the field, but also in their security. Unfortunately, it's not unfortunate, because I actually do like the fact that its security effect adds it to the hand. I much prefer that over it activating, because again, it only costs 2, so it lets me choose when I want to use it. So 2 X antibodies, an amazing card. I thought about adding more, but I think 2 is fine. I don't think I need to see it that often, but I think I need to explain this card. Gain a memory off the security, then add it to your hand. Then you can place it underneath for a Digimon. It's just a really good card, especially with how the meta is right now. It really accelerates the plays for this deck. Then the last 2 cards of the deck are Reinforced Memory Boost, again adding to the security, and then adding a card to your hand, and plus gaining 3 memory is amazing. And then finally Wyvern's Breath, because sometimes we have big bodies that we just can't fully reduce with our attacks alone. So yeah, Wyvern's Breath comes in handy. And that is the deck. Now I'll go over, I guess I'll talk about matchups right now. So typically against almost any rogue deck, I feel like this deck could pretty much destroy them, since rogue decks right now aren't too powerful and they need a lot of setup in order to do it. So with this, you can, unless they're forced to stay in the raising, which, you know, it's good for you, because you can go ahead and do a lot of swings with the Magnadramon and you'll finish them before they even get out. Or if they do decide to play a Digimon, you reduce their DP and they just get popped. As to the competitive matchup, I feel like this deck actually can do good a lot against a lot of the tier 1 decks. I feel like if it does have a problem, it would be against basically anything that checks a lot of security at once. So War Greymon and Gallantmon and Alphamon. So in that scenario, typically Nefertimon is definitely the best card to have against those decks. That's why I was considering upping the count of Nefertimon, because this card early against the X antibody decks is really good. The combo you want to see for Nefertimon, or just in any of the Digimon, so it'll be the Salamon with maybe the Fremon, so boom. Then I actually like the EX1 Gatomon underneath. So this right here, this stack already is it's really nice. So this is already minusing 5,000 DP on one of your opponent's Digimon, which a lot of the X antibody stuff either has 5 or 6k for the champions. So if you have that TK and Kari, even better. That's where Nefertimon shines against those X antibodies. Not only that, because when you do swing, if it does get destroyed, you know, armor provision, you still left with the Gatomon. Nefertimon definitely clutch. I think this is the card to answer a lot of the meta cards, meta decks at the moment. The other combos, if you're still keeping it like this with this stack, definitely having the X antibody Gatomon and then the EX1 Angelomon. This is the preferred stack that I really like to see, because with just this stack alone, you're at 3k, 5k, 7k, 8k DP reductions from just this one swing, and also getting 1,000 DP added if you have 3 or more security. So not only are you minusing 3k on the security stack, you also upped your DP, so it gives you more of a chance to survive. Again, Ultra Turbulence 2 can come in clutch. So like I said, the main combo with this was to swing with this one, then go ahead and Digivolve into the Magnadramon, unsuspend it from using its effect when digivolving. Then if you have X antibody underneath it, you can go ahead and swing again. If you're at fewer security, like if you're at 3, this effect does go off. Then you can go ahead and digivolve again into the Magnadramon X antibody, which then will proc that effect, which will do more DP reduction. So this helps against like the mega level Digimon to reduce their DP. And then at the end of the attack, you can add a security card to your hand, which comes in handy because instead of going to the trash, goes to the hand, obviously. Then you unsuspend again. So again, that's the main combo of the deck. Having all these pieces like this is the best case scenario, but a lot of the times you won't have that. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the deck profile. That's
Alright, so there you have it, guys. Let us know down in the comments below what you guys think. This isn't really a meta deck, it's a good road deck. Really fun to play. Check it out, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
bye-bye.